May say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On second down now, it's Lindsay. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Right there. 54. Alpha. Hey, watch that.
Now here's Mahomes. It's caught. Jones. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out, because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
12 yards there. First down, Vikings. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 40 now on second down. Mahomes. Complete to Jones. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Yellow. Attack. Let's go, Lou, Eddie. Yellow.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Forced out to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble. Couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Let's go.
Check 50.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, he might be a little jumpy as well. Might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. Now flags come in before the kick. Clearly there was contact. Who was at fault? So it was the defense that jumped, and that'll move them 5 yards closer.
I wonder how they did it. What if they twitched a little bit up front, you know, a little subtle head movement that the officials didn't detect, but they got it done. Now they're 5 yards closer for their field goal attempt.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's in. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Undercrush, undercrush.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On second down, it's Coleman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And that QB's traps. Let's go. Mike 35, Mike 35. You must be dreaming. Watch the ad. No.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon.
Head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
He's coming, he's coming, he's
So after the INT, here's Mahomes eluding the pressure. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dallas Goedert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point safely through, and the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. The run there on first down, going to get them 5 up to the 30. In on the stop, Bradley McDougal.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Coleman. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check, 93's the mic, 93. Go. Coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go. Here we go. 66, pull it, high. The mic. Watch the run. Ball trot. Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Yeah. You don't want none. Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Watch the flood, watch the flood, watch the flood. Watch the flood, motion, go.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete.
As a general rule, receivers love the comeback route because it puts them right in the sight lines of the guy throwing the ball. But in this case, the defender saw it and were able to knock it away.
3rd down and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
35's the mic. Big stop, D. Big stop, let's go.
Jackson from the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football.
Let's be frank, you hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Phillip Lindsay with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Point after, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Tight end right, tight end right. Hey, 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 hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down. Zoom, zoom. Mike 35, Mike 35. Hey, get in the weight room.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They've played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
57 colors, 57 colors.
52. Kill.
Yellow.
Alert 3. Tighten up.
Yellow.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes is going to go for a big play downfield. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Marvin Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Is good. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
After the sack on 1st down, Jackson, and this one's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Kill.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jakeem Grant, 83 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Check 13. Check 13. Color. Check 24. Check 24. Begin. Yellow. Slip.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Lindsey. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Yellow. Get that ball. Get that ball. Kill. Easy.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he's got some space here. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. Philip Lindsey, as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
I heard a coach talk about those late in the half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
35's the mic. Check. Mike 35, Mike 35. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. 35's the mic. You can't block me. You can't block me. Short.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are. Back and underway for the second half. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it now. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Mike 35. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you.
To throw again on second down. Jackson throwing the out route incomplete. It's Grant. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
You ain't going nowhere. Cross. 35, Mike 35.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch it and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for them really well. That one's down inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it.
Mike 35. Watch the slats. Watch the slat. Watch the shit. Doggo. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Check. Fresno. Jim.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the intercept. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. It's going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford any more at this point. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Check. Hero 15. 57's Mike 57.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Minnesota. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
First down, Vikings.
Yellow.
Coming to you. Kill.
Hey, 57 color.
Motion. Reset.
Hey, 57. Right side.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Hey, 15. Right side.
Now Mahomes. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A.J. Brown, his first touchdown on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. No problem there on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.